What's up, guys? I just want to show you a couple things that I did as far as my house being clean. I also went through my garage today, cleaned that. Went through and did a lot of the stuff. You probably can't tell right now because my kids actually came in after me and screwed everything up. But, you know, something you got to deal with when you have two kids, especially with a 2- and 4-year-old. This is my garage. I actually had to go through here, vacuum, sweep, and mop the floor because the floor was so bad. Some of that stuff just stuck on there. But most of the stuff was out here in the middle. It wasn't put away. All my tools that I have right there, that stuff was out here on the floor. Had a lot of stuff that was out here in the middle. I just kind of organized it, and I probably threw away like 5 or 6 bags. But yeah, as you can see, it turned out pretty good. I'm going to try to pick it up every day if there's anything in the way, and about once a week go through and sweep it and mop the floor because, believe it or not, this garage floor gets pretty dirty and dusty. I don't know why it gets dusty because the garage stays closed most of the time, but anyway. Oh yeah, before I forget, I made this so that way I can hang that up. Usually this stuff is actually in the front closet in our house, but that closet is so dirty that it's, honestly, I get ticked off every time I have to go in there to grab something. So I hung those up today, and I moved out some space, put all my vacuums and my cleaning supplies right there so I don't have to mess with it being in the house. And with the garage being clean, it's not a, what would you call it? It's not an inconvenience for it being in here. But this is the closet I was just talking about. It's got a lot of stuff. We got to clean it out. My wife got these things right here. Yeah, I guess you hang them up on the decorative thing. Probably about, I want to say 3 to 6 months ago, and we still haven't hung them up. So I got to do something with that, figure out what she wants to do. A lot of that stuff is my daughter's schooling stuff, which most of her stuff she does homeschool right now. We haven't decided whether we want to put her in preschool or kindergarten. We're kind of thinking that maybe we do homeschool, but yeah, this is the closet, and that's the reason why I moved all the space out in the garage so I can move my brooms and stuff. As you can see, you can't really fit anything in here, and that might be a project that I can do tomorrow. Let's get this cleaned up, and then I'll take another video and some pictures so that way you guys can see it. Whenever I was single, this house would have been perfect, and it would have stayed that way as with anybody. But I got 2 kids, and anybody with 2 kids, don't be too hard on yourself. If your house still looks like a mess whenever you're done, it doesn't mean you didn't do anything. That just means that you got less to do tomorrow. So remember, keep your head up, keep moving forward, make a list of everything you need to do that day, and get it done. Just mark it off. The only way I can do it is if I make a list, and some people can do that stuff in their head, but I can't. I get too stressed out, I get depressed about it, and then I just don't do it. So I write out a list and I mark it off one at a time. But I got one more thing to show you. The thing I did was clean this living room. As you can tell, it is not actually cleaned. None of the stuff that's on the floor or on the couch was in here whenever I started today. I actually got all that done. My kids dragged it out. Son, put that up. Quit touching it. I cleaned the kitchen, cleaned the table off. The table was pretty nasty. That bowl was from my son's oranges he had for lunch. That was from making lunch. And these are the dishes that were actually left out last night. But this whole counter was clean. I'll have to go through and do it again. Picked up this bathroom. As you can tell, it's pretty much maintained its cleanliness from today. Scrubbed the toilet. Pretty clean. And I also need to work on this hallway. But I picked up my son's room today, but that's where he plays every day. So obviously he's got some stuff hanging out there. I'm in the middle of doing laundry, so that's a little bit of a mess. And then my daughter's room. Now this is her version of clean. At least most of the stuff's picked up off the floor. It was totally covered and you could not see anything. And this in here is actually mine and my wife's room. I got some clothes I still got to put away. I got to clean this off. But her side of the bed's clean. And then in here is my bathroom. Wiped everything down. Took the trash out. Floor swept. So that's pretty good, but could be better. But like I said, whenever you have 2 kids, pretty difficult to keep